How you feel?
Good. We can just leave it like that. Same melody all throughout. Were we thinking of doing ad-libs on it? No? Okay.
I think the simpler, the better. I'm not opposed to ad-libs, but
I think it has to come to us.
Yeah, it has to come to us.
If it doesn't come, then we won't mess with it.
And I think the whole...
Because I'd rather it be clean
than
like do too much and then make it muddy.
And then the whole idea behind just the project itself, just to
strip down.
Yeah, and just to give you context, I was gonna this is something that I've been working on for years, like in my mind, but I never had the chance.
Yeah.
Not even the chance. I've had the chance, but for some reason, when the Lord gives me something, sometimes I tend to act too fast on it, and it doesn't come out how maybe He intended,
yeah, I feel it.
And it didn't reach its full potential like it should have. So this is something I've been sitting on for a while, and so then I was like, you know what, I'm finally gonna get around to it. I feel like I'm in the space of when I was really studying.
Yeah, I think you finished the Bible too.
Yeah.
At the right time, all these things
Did
being
that.
put into your life.
The Lord has been showing me we talked about it last time.
Yeah.
Suffering is good and it's okay, and all that. And then I asked you, I was like, you want to just...
Dude, but you know what? It's alignment because when you asked me, because I'm working on music right now, you asked me right when I started to. Because I've been working on it for a year.
Yeah.
But it's just I never posted anything, And then when you asked me, I'm like, wait, it's crazy because it's same with me. Something I always wanted to do, but it was just Now I know that I was supposed to do it for God, first of all, and also the timing. I didn't want to do something out of a place that didn't exist,
Yeah.
rather of overflow. So yeah, I can see that. It's alignment and it's timing.
So it's just for the context is the songs, we don't need to focus too much on the structure of the song.
Yeah.
Is my point. Because the project is actually bigger than the songs. The songs are a minimal part of it, or maybe 50% of it, but they're not all of it.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be visuals that go with it too. So
Yeah.
I have this whole thing in my head of how it's going to go down. But the songs are just really a reflection of the heart of where I've been the last year or so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, the videos that I've been putting out, I don't know if you've seen them or heard the audio behind them.
Yeah.
So,
where are you finding these sermons?
Well, they're not. They're from celebrities.
Yeah.
They're celebrities who are talking about God and
Okay.
And so
What was the last one?
The last one that just recently posted out was Suicide Boys.
Oh, okay.
They I don't listen to them or know who they are, but I know they're a secular group. But they recently in the last year or two they were saying that Jesus saved them, and that was one of their concerts where they were telling the people we got saved, we humbled ourselves,
Daddy.
the Lord helped us, and he's still cussing in the video. He's God, the God. He's the God we used to mock.
But I love that though.
Saved us.
I love. There's this guy on TikTok.
Hold on, can I pee real quick? Okay, so yeah, they're still cussing in there or whatever, and it's cool, and I love it because
I do too. It's just genuine.
I love. Yeah, it's
I had the biggest. You remember? I had the biggest potty mouth.
Really?
Somehow, and people are like, "Well, you have to stop cussing." You don't, but I really just stopped. Luis will show me Snapchats from they're all saved from us talking. I mean, he would record all the time, and I'm just who is that? Every other word, dude. I do not speak like that, but I love it. I love people do.
And I think it's the whole idea or the whole message I'm trying to communicate through this is in between each song there's going to be an interlude of some recording that I find, and I'm going to place it in there, and it's going to be this whole thing, right? And the whole idea, the whole message is basically to take you through this journey of the faith, and how it's not always great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I know we hear that a lot. We
No, I agree.
hear people say that a lot, but you don't really see it visually.
Yeah.
Like they don't kind of grasp the idea of like something can be explicit, like or someone can be explicit, but still chasing after God because it's authentic, it's genuine, and they're not trying to be explicit. They're not necessarily trying to be still doing drugs. It's like they know that they should be doing this, but the journey along there is not easy.
The sanctification, and I think it's harder. And it's crazy because you grew up in the church, so it's crazy that you have this understanding. Oh. Time's up! We gotta go!
Get out!
No. Gotta go. No, I've rid of alarms, I have ADHD. I have to like...
She's like, I don't know why. I don't know why.
You want to know? No! You want to see what it's titled? I'm gonna show you. I'm there.
Take meds.
I'm not on meds. Luis like, you're gonna be dependent. A little bit of my life. Anyways, no, but yeah, it surprises me because you grew up in church, and so, but you still have, you had your own like wrestle with it. But like for me, that was like my frustration. I don't know for you too. Like, I really hated, like with a passion. I had anger, but also I think some of the anger was demonic. Some of it was me, like towards like organized, cookie cutter, live life love, Christianity. Like I hated it because it was all hypocrisy. And like I feel like even when I was born again and I started posting my testimony, I had so much backlash. Like I started on TikTok and like it just like blew up. And I would get so much backlash like about my jewelry, like on my Della Faye, a testimony that you watched, I had a shell necklace. Just like shell necklace. You were like 4 people commented.
Marine spirit.
Yeah, they're like, you're still in the new age. Like, I think she's still in the new age. Like what the heck? On TikTok, my TikToks all the time, I still get people saying like, you still look like you need deliverance. Like, and I'm just like, how am I supposed to look like I wear regular clothes? I literally look like a normal person, but I think I don't really talk like, I don't know. But the judgment I've received, I've also seen on other people that are maybe newer in the faith, and like they're not received. And I'm like, because they're cussing or something, I don't know. Like maybe I do something that people don't like, I don't know.
I think it just comes down to like the authenticity of it. Like, because I feel the same way, like growing up and even just seeing people live out their faith.
Or like the Christian lingo. Like maybe I don't have it. And so people think, you know what I mean? The Christianese.
The Christianese.
That.
I hate Christianese.
Yeah.
But like for me, it's more like the same thing. The genuineness, the authenticity of like, dude, like you don't have to keep up this kind of facade or Christianese. Like, I used to have this friend. We had a falling out, and I think it had a lot to do with me calling out his. I don't think he realized that he did this, but he lived like a double life.
Okay.
And he didn't even necessarily live a double life really with his actions. Like he wasn't really wilding out like that.
Yeah.
You know, like he was human and he had his, whatever, like we all do. But it wasn't a double life like that. It was more like, let me be the guy that everyone loves at church. Because everyone knows me here. And then when I hang out with my friends, like, I'm still the guy that people love, but I'm different. And I'm like, dude,
that's wild.
And I remember telling him, like, bro, like, I can tell that you love being on stage, but not because you're worshiping. Like, yes, you might be worshiping when you're on stage, because he was an MD in music. I was like, yeah, you might be worshiping, but your fulfillment that you get from being up there is like not because you want to glorify God, or at least it's mostly not. And I told him, I was like, you're one way here in church, and you're one way with us, and you're just not like yourself. And I think a lot of that had to do with our falling out, because I was just called out. Because me, I don't have really a filter, and I don't really
I'm the same
have
way.
room for like nonsense. Like if you're my friend and like I feel like
I'm
you're
the same
being
way.
weird,
And
like,
that's how
I'm
we get
gonna
along,
say,
because I'm the same way. Like, we're like that, but I feel like I do have to walk on eggshells with other people because they don't receive it, and also determines our closeness. So I'm like, call it out a few times, they don't receive it. It's just like, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't be that close. But yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah.
And I just can't like really. I can be cool with people who aren't, you know, probably their full selves or whatever, but I can't be like a friend
Yeah.
or someone who just can't walk in their
integrity.
Yeah, like you don't have to. If you claim to be a Christian and if you want to put up a front when we go to church or whatever, like that's cool. That's on you. But like when we're here, like just be real.
Yeah.
Like tell me when something's going on or tell me whatever. Like, and so I think the whole project has a lot to do with that. Like. Authenticity, genuine, like struggle, don't victimize yourself, and just being real. Like,
pet peeve.
I don't know if y'all seen the clip of Shia LaBeouf when that movie that he did where he's like a priest or whatever.
I want to watch it. I've never seen it.
When he's like, shut the fuck up, say Christ is Lord.
Oh yeah.
Like, no, I haven't seen it. I didn't watch it.
I haven't seen the movie. I want to watch it. But that clip, I'm putting in the project, like in the visuals.
Yeah.
Because. Like, in that clip, I feel like that is a embodiment of, like, us believers sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, whenever I saw that clip, it's funny watching it, like, you know, because he's, like, supposed to be a priest or whatever. And I feel like that's how we feel sometimes as believers. It's like, especially, like, when we're fighting spiritual battles.
Yeah.
Like, I want to tell the enemy, shut the fuck up. Say Christ is Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my gosh.
Like, cuss him out.
Tell
like,
him what Camden said, fam. I don't ever.
She doesn't want to say it. I'll say it.
Say it, fam.
What did you say?
Jezebel. My husband says Jezebel.
Like, Jezebel, you bitch?
Yes.
He
kept saying that, and I was like, I don't know.
She was like, not saying, okay, why?
It's because
you bitch? She's like, fam. No, it's because we really don't, like, I don't have a problem with it. I just don't do it anymore. You know? It's just like, I don't do it anymore. I don't have a problem saying it.
Yeah. That's
She's
funny.
been delivered. She's been delivered.
No, yeah, when I first got saved, like, that's how I would act too. Like, I was still smoking and reading the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was, I got into one of my family members because I don't remember what my aunt said. I said, if you're gonna talk about my God like that in my house, you can get out right now. And like, she left. And it was like, looking back, you know, like, that was like a Peter moment. You know, whenever you first get saved and anybody's talking bad about, like, God, you just feel like...
zealousness.
Yeah, you just want to defend it, and, like, it doesn't need to be defended, but still. But, yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely...
Who don't agree?
Some people do... Well, that's the balance that we find. Because some people do need to be checked. Yeah. Sometimes, and some people do need to be let know that you're not playing around.
Yeah.
And then some people, you do find that balance of like relationship and like loving them and when you mature and stuff like that.
Because with her, like, because I got saved 6 months before her, and I was like radically saved, delivered, like I hadn't been smoking weed. No, I had, but like just from that, I was delivered. And, like, she was still smoking weed, and I was just, like reading the Bible, so, like, that's what I would do. Like, I would read the Bible and smoke weed, and then I got convicted, and so I stopped. And then she was doing that, too, because then I realized, like, we have to be sober-minded, whatever. And I wouldn't say anything to her, because she had just been saved, so I was like, there's no wisdom in, like, trying to, like, feed you my convictions. I want you to have a revelation. And so I prayed. I was like, God, scare her. And that's not a good prayer, because I was like, please let her.
No, it is.
Well, now
Well, you know, Paul in Corinthians says, deliver him over to the hands of Satan.
That's true. Wait, no.
No, that's a good prayer.
You're right. Okay.
It is.
Oh my God.
It is. Paul says, we delivered this man to the hands of Satan so that the flesh may be saved on the day of the Lord.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, basically, anything short of death.
Yeah, that's true. Because I had a really scary... Because I was never, she was usually the one that would like tweet when I would smoke, and I'm like, just chill. Like I would never like get scared, but I started to, and I'm like, God, like please, like scare me like never before. When you're in Colorado, with
Not San Francisco, yeah.
San Francisco, sorry. I was like, please just like freak her out. And then he did. She had a panic attack and then she stopped smoking weed. And that was just like, God, crazy. But I didn't come at you. Now, if you were to do it now, then I would check you.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that.
But check out that relationship, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all have that type of, friendship relationship. And I feel like there's not enough of that. And so this whole project idea is to embody something or to portray something that maybe you haven't really seen before or experienced. And like, I feel really good about working on this because whether a bunch of people watch it or whether a bunch of people don't watch it, that's not really the point. The point is to live out this or portray this vision and put this vision out that God put in my heart to worship Him. Yeah. Like that's why I named it devotion, because it's just like everything is not going to be easy. Everything is also not always going to be hard, but sometimes it is hard, sometimes it is easy, but through it all, like my life is devoted to you no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't have to be pretty or like the worship structure. Yeah, I get what you're saying with the composition of the songs. Like, it doesn't have to be cookie cutter, which I love. Yeah. Because I don't think I am a cookie cutter Christian.
I'm not either, and I think it's
fine. And I wanted to be, like when I got saved, like I wanted to be. I was like, I want to be accepted. Like I don't. Like I was at church and like I was afraid to share my testimony, because they were like, get the fuck out, you witch! Like, no, I really thought, dude, like I had such rejection, like fear of rejection, and I was like, I'm not gonna tell y'all nothing. And like now, but it's crazy because I wanted to be that cookie cutter. Oh, I've been at church all my life because I feel like everyone has, but it's not true. It's just like that rejection. And then like obviously. We're good now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel you. I'm the same way. So I love that God aligned our vision in the same way.
It'll be cool. It'll be cool to see how it turns out. Cause like also I have like just another idea behind it is like you just don't know people's lives and their journeys. And one of the ideas I have
you should write like little like maybe things after each song too. Like it could be like a visual thing, but there's so much that you could do. Like little, I don't know. Maybe not write like, but you speaking over like certain things too. In the same way that you can have like the different audios of the celebrities. You should introduce it somehow too with your words.
That could be something too. Or I could do like a breakdown afterwards.
Like an outro, yeah.
That and there's a studio that would work cool for the visuals. The idea behind also each song is while we're singing and playing each song, there would be somebody doing something next to us. So like someone paints, it could be painting. While we're singing a song, like someone's like next to us, but like the whole idea is that they're not next to us. It's more like this kind of moment that is
parallel
happening.
Play.
Yeah,
like it's like, parallel play.
It's happening next to us, but it's not. If that makes sense. Because what that's supposed to portray is someone's like life. Yeah. Like this is one of the ways that they worship God. They paint. Yeah. And they do the best that they can, or whatever. And then the other song will be someone else doing something. Yeah. Like, I even thought about.
I'll just end up changing my daughter's diaper.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say another song would be like, you changing the diaper, or you like carrying.
And then like you chasing over. Oh, she's not really crawling that fast yet, but you could just like. That'd be cute.
And then the other song.
That's not how my worship has really changed. Like.
Yeah. And another song is, someone else, whatever. And it's just like people's lives, and it's just like, that's worship, that's devotion.
Like different ways of worship.
Everything looks different, but we all have this one goal, right? And it's to run the race. And it's not always pretty,
Sometimes but someone's way of worshiping is like dancing.
Dancing. Painting, stay-at-home mom, or whatever it is, and then
just twerk.
And bring out a pole.
Bring out. I mean, we cannot keep that.
They just got saved.
They just got saved.
Let
They
them-
don't know how to
let them
worship
say.
yet. That's
Hold on.
worship.
She's still working the pole, but it's fine.
Let her.
She gonna leave soon. God already convicted her.
put
She
it
got
in-
kids.
It's for parentheses.
She's single. She got kids.
She just got saved though.
So yeah, just like embodying a true, authentic walk with God, because this whole like westernized, Americanized version
Cookie
of it
cutter.
Cookie
Let's
cutter.
chop it in the head.
is not it.
Yeah.
It's not it. You know what I'm saying? Like we Americans and American Christians, specifically more like in the South, have lived this like life of like
the belt,
we
the
think
Bible belt.
we think the gospel is exclusive to us.
Yeah.
And that everything revolves around America.
Yeah.
But that couldn't be further from the truth. You know, the gospel came from the whole other side of the world, and so it's like.
And that's where true holiness comes from, like with allowing. And that's why I'm so like when I got saved, I didn't tell anybody. Like I didn't tell my parents. Like nobody. I was just living with myself. Like my husband knew what was happening, but like for a whole year, it was just like me and the Holy Spirit, and like I wasn't even listening to. Well, I was listening to pastors online, but like there wasn't really anyone like down my neck telling me like you need to stop doing this or like you need to look a certain way. And I think that's where the transformation really happened, like radically, to where like I know I'm not living a double life. Like I know I'm not lukewarm. Like I know I'm walking in holiness because I'm walking with Jesus. You know, it's not because I'm doing anything. It's because I've accepted Him. And so I think that when we allow people to just walk, let the sanctification process go through. You know, like
And I think it also allows you to be able to develop relationships and then eventually like disciple people.
yeah,
Who
it
want to be
produce
discipled
it.
because they see how you're genuine.
Yeah.
Like I have friends that are not Christian but
Mm-hmm.
always want to be around me
Yeah.
and Cecia because we're just ourselves.
No, this just relationship does so much more than like telling people that they need to stop. Because it's like you cannot convict the world. The world doesn't know Jesus. You know, like you cannot tell them anything.
Mm-hmm.
And like all of the things in the Bible are for Christians, like for people that believe. And I'm the same way. I know this might be controversial, but that's how I'm raising my kids too. Like I'm not expecting them to be Christian until they've made the choice. You know, like at the age of knowledge. What is it, like 12, 13? You know, so I'm like shoving like Bible study at them. I'm just like, this is how it's like to be a Christian. I'm living it, and you're gonna come to church with us, and you're gonna learn about God, but you're not a Christian yet.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing. Most people are not Christian.
Yeah, you definitely have to make that decision. I think that's always like the best way because you can grow up in a Christian family like I did, you know, but no, they didn't live it out. You know, like my parents weren't saved. Like I didn't have my dad. I had a stepdad, but then you know, they just. And I always give a little bit of grace because it's like you know.
So it was like you, the Christian, like your parents were.
My grandparents are pastors.
Oh, your grandparents. Oh wait, I think my mom knows. My parents know your grandparents.
Probably.
Yeah.
So they're pastors, but you know they're old school Mexicans who don't have higher than like a high school education, probably middle school.
Yeah.
I think my grandpa only made it to 3rd grade. The point is like, yeah, they were Christian and saved, but like they didn't do everything the right way either.
Yeah.
As far as like teaching, discipling, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm not blaming it, but I was like, sometimes you get that, and then you think you know that you're saved, but then you're actually not.
Yeah.
You know, and then God just turns your whole world around. So all that to say, this whole project is just about an unperfect walk with a perfect Savior.
Yeah. Period. I love
that.
I love it.
That's a line right there.
That's a word. That's a whole word.
Clock it.